Hey, if your refrigerator is not cooling, I'm going to show you something you can check first to see if we can get it cooling again, and a quick diagnosis to see what's going on with your refrigerator. So this is the refrigerator we're going to be looking at today. It is a Frigidaire model, and it was manufactured in 2002, so it's got a little bit of age on it. And basically, this fridge is not cooling, and these are a few things you can check first. So this is one we just got in, and we're just kind of diagnosing it and checking it out. I don't have any shelves in this one currently. So if you don't hear anything running at all, no fans, nothing, you could check up here first. Make sure these are both set to factory, just like that. And then if you don't hear anything running at all, give this a good smack, just like this. And then if you hear your fans or anything kick on, that means you potentially need your thermostat replaced, which is up behind this panel here. But in our case, this refrigerator, we do hear a fan running in the freezer, but it seems like our compressor is not running. So you don't hear the slight hum from the back of the refrigerator. Sounds like a little motor running. And if you don't hear that running, you just hear your fan. This is what you're gonna check. If you don't hear your fan and you hit this thing and it doesn't kick on, you got some other issues. There's multiple things it could be that cause it not to cool, but today we're checking out the compressor not running or not starting up. What we're gonna do first is unplug the refrigerator. Now this is what we're gonna be replacing. This is the starter or capacitor. And if your refrigerator is just not kicking on, you can definitely throw one of these on first to see if it will kick on. For more of a hard start, they call it maybe like a hard start kit. Something like this is good if your compressor is getting a little weaker, or if it's a little older, or if it just needs a little extra juice to kick it on. So I'm gonna show you how to install this and see if we can get this compressor to kick on. A link to one of these will be in the description if you'd like to purchase it on Amazon, and it will be anywhere from $10 to $20. We'll just need a few things for this repair today, potentially a flathead screwdriver, our wire strippers, Phillips head, or potentially a 1/4-inch bit, and then of course the starter or capacitor, and then a couple wire nuts. So after the refrigerator is unplugged, we're gonna go to the back here and remove this bottom panel. Could be metal or it could be this cardboard. These are actually 1/4-inch screws. So I like to use this bit here. It has 1/4-inch on one side, 5/16 on the other. I'll link that down below as well if you do need a good 1/4-inch. So we're gonna start removing these 1/4-inch screws. So we got this back panel removed. It is a little dusty back here, so it's not a bad idea to vacuum and clean all this out. But this is what we're gonna be looking for. You can be looking for your compressor, and then on the side, this is the little piece right here where you see multiple wires going into that, and that's what you're looking for. Be super careful when you're around these like copper lines and everything, because you don't want to bust anything loose or break anything, because that will, you know, release all the refrigerant from your refrigerator. So let's get over to this. And also another thing you can check, like a diagnosis, is your compressor. If it's very hot, or when you're back here and it's still plugged in, if you don't hear that running or humming, then this is another reason why you should go ahead and replace this and see if it kicks it on. So some will have a little clip like this. So the first thing we're gonna do is grab our screwdriver and pop that little metal clip up. Now we got that clip popped up, and we're gonna go ahead and pull this completely out. Should be like a little box or something that looks like this. We're gonna completely remove that from the side of the compressor. And it looks like this. So they look slightly different depending on the model of your refrigerator, but it should be on the left or right side of your compressor. So now we have that removed, and that is the old piece. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab our wire strippers, and we're gonna cut these two wires going to this. So we cut and strip these two wires back, and then those two wires are gonna go to the two black wires on our new capacitor or starter. So we're gonna wire nut those two to those two. And then on the side of the compressor, you see how you have these three little holes? That's where this lines up to the side. So if you look on your starter or capacitor here, you're gonna see it tells you where those go, depending on, you know, how that's set up. So if it's upside down or if it's like this, you're gonna put your white, black, and red wire. That's your little diagram there, and that tells you where to put those in. Basically, you're putting these wires to the side of the compressor where these were previously plugged in. So you can see it right there. That's where you're gonna be connecting your wires. You got the three coming out just like that. And then we're gonna be connecting the tabs to those right there. All right, now we have our two black wires connected to those two wires, our power wires. So we got those wire nutted together. And now we're gonna go ahead and grab these end pieces, and then we're gonna correlate the side of this here to the side of the compressor. And then we're gonna go ahead and put each wire where it goes, and then we're gonna plug it in and see if it works. So the first one we connected was the black wire to the side of the compressor, And as you can see on this little diagram, that's the common wire. So it goes at the top. You have like a 3-prong basically, and that wire just slides in that top one. And now we're gonna connect the other 2. And then these are just sliding right on top of the pins. So those are just sliding in, make sure they're nice and snug. As you can see here, we put the black wire on the top. Now we have our black, white, and red wires all connected on the side of the compressor, as you can see here. So we're simply going to tuck this piece back in. We're just gonna put this in something like this. Just kind of keep it out of the way. Like I said, be careful with these copper tubes. And then we're gonna put the back panel back on and plug it in. And then we're gonna see if this compressor and this fan kicks on. We're gonna plug the fridge in. And immediately this compressor just kicked on. If you hear the humming sound, that's your compressor running. And then you see the fan turning, so you know this is running now. So if your fridge wasn't cooling and you didn't hear this running, you can also feel it vibrating, and now it's running and vibrating. Your fridge should be cooling again within the next couple hours. So now we have the fridge running, and you should start to feel the cool air coming from your freezer first. So if you kind of stick your hand in where you feel the fan coming in, you feel it blowing in, it should be blowing cool air on this side first. And if it's a side-by-side, your freezer will get cool first, and then your damper will open, and it'll start blowing cool air into this side as well. It'll definitely be cool in the next couple hours, but give it a full 24 hours to let it get back down to your factory settings, which should be around 37 degrees or so in the fridge, and around 0 to 5 degrees in the freezer. Well, I hope this video helped you out today. If your compressor did not kick on and it's still having the same issue, potentially it could be locked up. That is very expensive to have your compressor replaced. So if you do find like a good scratch and dent deal or something good on Marketplace, that's definitely gonna be your best bet to go ahead and replace that refrigerator. If there are potential other things that could be wrong with it, so if you're not done on this fridge yet, I'm gonna post some more videos. You can also get a technician out at this point as well if it's not cooling. But if you have any questions at all, leave a comment down below and I'd love to answer that. And then if this video helps you out, leave me a like, that'd be great. And if you'd like to subscribe, I do post more videos every week. So y'all have a good one.